I started cooking barbecue in my backyard, actually living in California for a couple of years, where my wife is from. Just being homesick, missing Texas, and having a lack of good barbecue where we were living. One thing evolved to another, and we started doing catering, and we knew we wanted to move back to Texas. It was just a matter of choosing where. And the family friendliness and the small business friendliness of Waco kind of pulled us in. We decided to go with a trailer just from a cost perspective, and we really like the look of the old vintage trailer. We think it really speaks to our style and our sort of brand. And we also find it really advantageous for us to have found the spot we're at now. We're at Pinewood Roasters, Pinewood Coffee Bar at 2223 Austin Avenue, Austin and 23rd Street. So now I'm gonna take you guys back to the pit and show you guys what we're working on today. All right, so this is our pit. It's a hand-built offset smoker made out of old decommissioned propane tanks. Every morning around 5:30 we get here to start the fires and season briskets and whatnot. We try to get briskets on around 6 o'clock in the morning, and depending if we're open that day or not, we'll put ribs and turkey and our other shorter cook items on to get ready for lunchtime. So we'll show you what we got in here today. Right now we've got corn cooking for our street corn salad that we do as a side. Down here we've got some smoked beef cheeks that we do for barbacoa. We mix that in with our chopped beef for sandwiches and also in our breakfast rolls, our zwieback. We've got a little bit more barbacoa as well as a pork shoulder up there that we do for pulled pork. And then these are the crown jewel. These are our all-natural prime grade briskets that go for usually about 12 to 14 hours. Seasoned with nothing but salt and pepper and just good clean oak wood smoke. Up here we got some burn ends that we cut off the brisket. We trim our briskets very carefully to make sure that they're real aerodynamic in the smoker. And so whereas a lot of people would just throw these away, we like to cook them separately, and we mix it in with like chopped brisket we do for sandwiches. And it makes a really, really nice textural contrast, get some crusty bits in there, really, really good, strong, beefy flavor. So one of our real popular items and something that's kind of unique to our barbecue truck is our breakfast items, and they're called zwieback. They're similar to like a Czech style kolache, but the dough is a little bit different. And we're gonna walk you through how we make the dough and what separates it a little bit from a kolache or klobásek dough.
We have our dry mixture, which is flour, sugar, and salt. And with this, we combine our milk and yeast mixture that has a little bit of sugar in it as well. And we combine our fat, which for us we use lard and beef tallow. So we mix this and then we let this rise until it doubles in size. And then after the first rise, we add in a little more flour and we let it rise again for a second until that doubles in size. And so here we have our risen dough. And it's spongy, yet still pretty moist dough. So now we break them into balls. I use a tortilla press to press it down. Get them flat, but not too flat. And then we stuff them with either of our mixtures. Here we have barbacoa, and below we have our jalapeno popper mix. So I'll grab a little bit of this, just right in the middle.
And this is chopped brisket, cream cheese, and diced jalapenos, and a little bit of cheddar cheese mixed together. And this is a fan favorite for sure.
And then we stuff them, close them up, and there's one zwieback.
So I'm gonna show you the barbacoa. These are, again, beef cheeks that have been smoked low and slow, oftentimes overnight. And they just shred apart, super tender, really juicy, and they make just a perfect little breakfast filling. We'll load it on in, and that's gonna make a really tasty breakfast treat. So once we've got these all loaded up, they're gonna go on a sheet pan, and we'll either bake them or we'll put them in the smoker. We like to cook them pretty hot, around 375 degrees, and just until they're nice and golden brown and cooked through. All right, so here we got the finished product. These are cooked through, got some golden brown on there, and it'll depend on your oven, how long it's gonna take to get to that point. For us, sometimes it's about 15 to 20 minutes. Might be a little bit more or less for you, but once they're all done, they'll just break apart, and you can see the dough is nice and cooked through there, but it's still pretty moist in there, and then you've got a delicious filling. Super creamy, smoky, and very fluffy. I mean, this dough it's kind of like halfway between a biscuit dough and a kolache dough. It's got a really good flavor developed for it because we rise it overnight. And yeah, it's just a really tasty breakfast treat.